Good morning, everyone. How are you doing this morning? Can you hear me? Are you doing good? Okay. Can we shut the lights? Okay. Happy to be here. Because I won't see you guys for some time, maybe after Mike is back. So I will share a very important message with you today. So I hope you can pay extra attention to me.
Yes.
What I have to say today.
Yes.
Okay. Before we start, I have a few important church signs that I'd like to share with you. Have you trouble sleeping? We have servants come in here. So I hope you have a good sleep last night.
Yeah.
So if you didn't, maybe I can help you sleep a little better with my sermon later. Okay. God wants full custody, not just weekend visit. Our Heavenly Father wants to see us every day, so not just on Sunday. So we should get close, communicate with our Heavenly Father every day. So let's bow and pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for bringing us together to listen to your words. Oh Lord, take my lips and speak through them. Take our ears and hear through them. Take our mind and think through them. Take our heart and set them on fire with love for yourself. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
Amen. Okay. This message today was triggered by our deep conversation with Kevin 2 weeks ago.
Oh wow.
He came to me and said, Uncle Vincent, I'm kind of confused. I don't know what I should do after I graduate. I don't know what major I should take, what I should study. So what is my dream and how do I get one? Do we have any college students here today? Can you raise your hand? Do we have any high school students here? Can you raise your hand? Okay, very good. How to find your dream job and how to get there, it's a puzzle that confuses a lot of teenagers and college students. And you're not alone. Let's see a survey they did on college students about their career planning. Let me see. How many percent of students have no idea what career they want to follow? Is it over 20% or lower than 20%?
I think lower.
Higher.
Higher, actually higher. Sorry.
Higher than 30%?
Higher.
Higher than 30%?
Higher.
Higher?
I think 60. Oh, 30.
36% of people have no clue, no idea what they want to do. Okay, how many percent have a rough idea about what they want to do, but they don't know the qualification they need to make it happen? Is it more than 10%? More than 20%?
More than 10. Maybe more. Maybe more than 20? Maybe.
More than 20%? Okay.
Oh, more than
Almost
20?
30%. So 1 of 3 college students have no clue what they want to do. Okay. How many percent think they have firm career plans but don't know what level of qualification they will need?
I think less than 20. Less than 20. I think so. I think less than 20. I think less.
Less?
Oh yeah.
14% know the qualification they need.
Must be less than 10.
Okay, what's the percentage of the students. They know what they want to do and they know how to make it happen.
Less than 10. I think 9. 9. I think 9. Or 8.
I think 21.
Oh, what? I was going by how you know.
Okay, why is it so difficult to decide what you want to do in the future? Because things keep changing. Like, for example, the subject that you love may change, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just like you love baby food when you were little, but you don't love baby food anymore. And give us some example that you used to love but you don't love anymore. Can you think of anything you used to love but you don't love it anymore? Raise your hand. Timothy has something to say?
I thought I was going to be a bulldozer driver.
Oh, you want to be a bulldozer driver?
Yeah.
You want to be Uber driver now? Just change your career plan. Okay, anybody change their career plan? Elizabeth?
When I was younger, I wanted to be a dancer or do gymnastics, but I'm not talented.
Elizabeth used to want to be a dancer, but not anymore. Okay, who else? Okay.
I wanted to be a vet or a firefighter.
Firefighter?
Now,
She used to want to be a firefighter, not anymore. So, and second thing is what you are good at may change. Something you are good at may longer be your specialty. For example, you have a nice voice, but someday you damage your vocal cord, you cannot sing anymore. Or like you love to dance, you want to be a dancer, but you broke your leg and you cannot walk. So, or for example, you love to play piano, but you cut your finger, you cannot do it anymore. So something you're good at, okay, may change. Okay, and the secure, well-paid job of today might not exist in 5 years. Because you heard of AI, right? Artificial intelligence. Anybody know what it is? You raise your hand, tell me. Artificial intelligence?
I think Kevin knows. Kevin knows.
Kevin, come over here. You're a computer major.
No, I don't know, sorry. I don't know.
Yes, you do.
Okay, AI is it's a computer, sort of like computer program. It can control robots, or other computers to do things that humans are doing right now. And in a few years, that you don't need songwriters or composers because computer program can do that. You don't need attorneys because they can do that through artificial intelligence. They can search the cases and figure out the chances of winning the case. And a lot of things. And many jobs in the future may not be invented yet. So, and the worst of all is that robots are coming. They're replacing a lot of labor jobs. Okay, for example, like what do you think? What kind of job will be eliminated?
Whoa.
McDonald's will be eliminated.
Whoa. Teachers.
Teachers will
Yeah,
be eliminated.
I think so.
Accounting? What else? Uber driver. Yeah, you're gonna be the auto driving cars coming out pretty soon. Okay.
Factories and construction.
All construction and factory. Nowadays they use 3D printing to do a lot. Okay. And anybody else? No. Okay. So it's scary, isn't it? Okay. The changing world of work. Okay, 30 years ago, the world of work looks like this triangle, it's a pyramid. Okay? But now, the world changed. Now it's a different shape. Yeah? It's affected by technology and then globalization. Globalization means you can buy stuff anywhere in the world. Like Amazon. You go on Amazon, you order, they can ship you from overseas, any country, even South Africa. You don't have to go there. And then things can be made not only in the United States, it can be made in China, made in Russia, anywhere. So the world is changing. So now the work that we use for middle class, that we used to have, are shrinking. So for your future, you should aim for the job opportunity up here, the upper side of the hourglass. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So where are we going? How should we live our daily life to achieve our goal? Okay. How you spend your days is how you spend your life. How you spend your life, and life is really short. And what is a dream career and how to get one? And the world is changing every day. How should we do about it? How do we live our daily life? So basically we have two callings as a Christian. We have Christian calling and life calling. Okay? What is Chris calling? Okay, let's read the first two paragraphs. Let's begin. Commit your work to the Lord, and your plans will be established. And the second one?
To this
the end, we always pray for you, asking that your God will make you worthy of His call and will fulfill by His power every good resolve and work of faith. Christian calling is dynamic. I have to start with faith and the work in God's power and toward greater good and glory for God. And our universal Christian calling are the same. We do the good for God and we share the same larger call of God with others. And what is our life calling? So Christian calling is something bigger that we share in common with all believers. And your unique life calling is your own reason for being. And that is a part of your large Christian calling. You can see. This is your life calling, and this is your Christian calling. And your life calling and your Christian calling has to go in the same direction. If they go in different direction, tragedy will happen. Your train will derail, right? Okay, let's read the first paragraph together. Those who till the land will have plenty of food, but those who follow worthless pursuit have no sense. So you have to ask yourself, I was put on this planet to do what? Okay. Okay, the picture says, if the ladder is not leaning against the right wall, every step we take just get us to the wrong place faster. So if you want to go to the other wall, but your ladder, your life calling is leaning against the wrong wall, you're going to the wrong direction. So no matter how fast you climb, you're climbing to the wrong wall. So how do you find your life purpose? This is an amazing word I'm going to introduce to you. It's called ikigai. Ikigai. It's not a video game. It's not a disgusting guy. And it is a Japanese word. We don't have Vincent here today, and then he can explain to you. Okay? It's a Japanese concept meaning a reason for being. That's the reason you get up every morning. And everyone has an ikigai according to Japanese, and finding it requires a deep and lengthy search of yourself. So this is called iki, means life. Gai means your purpose. Ikigai. Got it?
Yes.
And this word came from Okinawa. Okinawa is between Japan and Taiwan, and this is Shanghai. Okay? And also, you know this
Karate.
karate, right? This guy's doing karate. You ever heard of a Karate Kid?
Yes, yeah.
Like this?
Right.
The Korean style? Yeah, karate came from Okinawa too. And this guy's wearing black belt. That's the highest level. You know the entry level? What color is the entry level?
White.
White and then?
And then orange.
Yellow.
Oh, yellow, then orange.
Yes.
And then
Purple.
blue.
Brown.
Brown. Is it brown? Is it brown? Brown or purple? There's a lot of colors.
Okay. You know, people in Okinawa are very special. They have the most 100 old people per capita living on that island. And not only long, their lives are very happy and healthy. So people want to know the secret. Okay, you can see the red line is the life expectancy of Okinawa people, and then the blue one is the average life. So this is like 80 something, right? And this is the average lifespan of Japanese people. And this is for the people in Sweden. And US will live up to like 67 and we die.
But it's understandable.
If you don't do something about it.
Understandable.
So as I mentioned to you, ikigai. Is this working or not?
Yes,
You can hear me?
Yes.
Okay. People have long life in Okinawa, and what is their secret recipe? One is their Okinawa diet. They eat healthy. Do we have any person know about nutrition here?
Only,
Okay, what's the most healthy diet we should practice?
well, for protein, for me, it's either fish or chicken. Yeah, fish or chicken. And then, well, veggies. But it's all veggies.
Yeah, people in Okinawa, they eat a lot of vegetables and fruits. And then they eat some healthy protein, like fish, and they eat a little bit of healthy fat, good fat, too. And this is the lifestyle of Ikigai. So I want to show you a short video clip. And I'm going to pass out some handout because there's a lot of information. You guys can take notes on it without watching it.
We all want to have, the majority of us have opportunity to do, is to be focused on making more money, Should we focus on pursuing our passions? Should we give up all of our material possessions and become a monk in the mountains? Everyone seems to have a different take on it. So in today's video, I'm going to give you a definite answer by showing you guys a proven formula that has actually been around for hundreds and hundreds of years. A formula for happiness. See, the Japanese have a concept called ikigai, which roughly translates into a reason for being. And in order for you to be happy, you need to spend your time doing something with ikigai. You need to have a purpose for being here. But this is easier said than done because there are 4 components that you need to check off in order to achieve ikigai. And without all 4, you will never truly be happy. The first component is that it needs to be something that you love. We all have things that make us feel good, things that make us stop thinking for short periods of time, to just be present and aware of what's happening right now in front of us. The more technical people will call this flow state, but the majority of us call it love. That's why so many of us enjoy the arts, drawing, dancing, singing, reading, because it takes us into the state of bliss, where we feel good and are focused on the task in front of us. That's why some of us fall in love with one another, because being with that person allows us to forget about all the other problems in our lives, at least momentarily. I don't need to get into too much detail about this component because we know in our gut when we truly love to do something. It's a feeling that we humans all share. The second component for ikigai is a little bit more tricky. It needs to be something that the world needs. See, we've been hardwired to feel good when we know that we're needed in the community. Back in the day when we were hunters and gatherers, this was easy. Everyone played an important part. The cook was just as important as the hunter. The builder was just as important as the caretaker. Back then, whenever you put in work, you could see the immediate positive effects your efforts had on others. But this isn't the case nowadays. Most of us work in offices, being given small roles in a massive company, where even if we work our butts off, it's hard to see the positive effects our work has on the rest of the world. It feels like our work isn't really helping anyone. It feels like if we quit our job one day, no one would even care because, to be honest, nothing would change. You need to find something that the world needs. Something that you can do that will create a visible, positive effect on those around you. The third component for ikigai is that it needs to be something that you can get paid well for. Now, I know, right out the gate, some of you are automatically going to say something like, oh, improvement bill. You don't need money in order to be happy. But let's be real. Money is what puts a roof over your head, food in your mouth, and clothes on your body. Without enough of it, you're going to spend the majority of your time stressed out of your mind, wondering how you're going to get by. And it's not enough to just be making some money. You need to be getting paid well enough to live a comfortable life. So it really depends on where you live. For example, you could live like a king off of 30,000 USD a year in some countries, but in a place like New York City, that would barely be enough to cover your rent. If you're not making enough money to live without stress, then you will never achieve happiness. The fourth and final component you need to have in order to achieve ikigai is that it needs to be something that you're good at. Now, this doesn't mean that you need to be born with talent. This actually means that you're able to put in the time and effort in order to get better at the skill. Let's say, for example, you want to become a motivational speaker. When you first get started, you're terrible. You have stage fright, you stutter a lot, you forget what you're supposed to say. But over time, as you practice more and more, you start to overcome these obstacles. You start getting applause from the audience. That's what it means to be good at something. Not to be good from the get-go, but to be able to overcome obstacles and improve at this skill. This overcoming of obstacles creates a very fulfilling feeling inside of you, which is why it's such a crucial component of ikigai. Now, the interesting thing about this Japanese formula is that you can tell where you are in life and what you need to work on by looking at the components you have so far. If all you have is something that you love and are good at, then you have what's called a passion. People who fall into this category are all the aspiring singers and aspiring artists. The main thing stopping you from being happy is the fact that you aren't getting paid enough for your skills. Nobody seems to notice your talent. If you find yourself in this category, then you need to focus on marketing yourself so that you can start getting paid well. On the other hand, if you have something that you love and you can see how the world needs it, then you have what's called a mission. A lot of people who fall into this category are the amateur bloggers and activists who talk about things like saving the planet or going vegan. These are people who want to see positive change in the world, but unfortunately, they aren't good enough at public speaking, persuasion, or writing to actually be able to convince people to join their cause. If you're in this category, then you need to focus on getting better at your craft, figuring out how to convince people instead of just stating your opinion loudly. Now, if you're someone who has something you get paid well for and are good at, then you have what most people in the world have, which is a profession. That boring 9-to-5 job that pays the bills. What's stopping you from happiness is the fact that you don't love your work or see how any of this can actually make a difference in the world. If you find yourself in this category, then you need to try out new things and figure out what it is that you truly love doing. And finally, if you get paid well and it's something that you know can help the world, then you have what's called a vocation. A good example of a vocation are professors. They get paid decently well and their job does have a positive effect on the world, right? They're raising the future generation. But they often fall into the bad habit of teaching the same things every single year, which stalls their improvement. If you find yourself in this category, the main thing you need to make sure you have is that you are constantly getting better at your job, constantly challenging yourself to improve. Remember guys, in order to be truly happy with your life, you need to achieve Ikigai. You need to be spending your time doing something that you love, that you can get better at, that pays well, and that the world needs. Without all four, you will always feel like you're missing something inside of you.
Can we go back? Okay. Now you have it. Ikigai is combination of doing what you love and what the world needs and what you will get paid for and what you're good at. Okay, let's go into detail. Number one, Ikigai rule number one, do what you love. Okay? This is this circle. Okay? So here, this is from Dale Carnegie. People rarely succeed unless they have fun in what they're doing. So if you don't enjoy what you're doing, it doesn't last. Okay? Oprah Winfrey is a famous talk show host. Says the passion is energy. Feel the power that comes from focusing on what excites you. You have to think what excites you in your life. Okay, let's do this exercise together. Ask yourself, what do I love to do? What would I do if money was no object? What would my friends say makes me happy? What motivates me to get up in the morning? What keeps me up at night? When I am happiest, I'm not talking about playing video games, other than that. Okay? Now let's read together the bottom paragraph. The human mind plans the way, but the Lord directs the steps. Okay, the second rule, rule number 2, is find what the world needs. So you have to consider not only your own passion, you have to consider what other people want. Okay? Like, what could I make things better? What are ways I can contribute? If your passion is something other people want, what is lacking for some people in the world that you can provide? Is there a particular problem you could solve? Are there enough people to support your solution? So you have to ask yourself what the world needs now. And rule number 3, what you can be paid for. Okay? What pays? What are my potential careers? What are the options, opportunities I can be compensated for what I make, which may not exist? So that's called innovation. It doesn't exist. Like Amazon.com doesn't exist 20 years ago. And now everybody's using Amazon. Cannot live without it. Okay? And what service do I provide that others might be willing to pay for? What's my value that I have other people don't? So there are many ways you can get paid. You just have to spend time and think about it and figure it out. And you want to do what you are good at. Ask yourself, what do I do the best? What makes me proud of myself? what skill I have picked up growing up? What makes me feel powerful or in control? When I was growing up, what was I known for? So these people have special talent. They can pull it out like 100 sugar candy in his mouth. So you have to develop your special talent. So genius is 1% inspiration and 99% aspiration. So genius is not born but trained. Okay? Anybody know what is the 10,000 hours rule? 10,000?
To master your craft.
Exactly.
Yes.
You need at least 10,000 hours to master your craft. So you cannot see the detail here. It says if you work 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, and 44 weeks a year, and how many years you need to get to 10,000 hours?
Yeah. Are you asking us? Oh. It says do math.
Do the math. Anybody good at math?
Well, it says right there. 8, 5, 4, something.
It will take at least 5 years, 5.5 years. Okay? Tell me, like raise your hand if you have done any activity more than 5 years, no matter playing, not including playing video games, okay? Playing music instrument or sports or any activity. Raise your hand if you have done anything continually for more than 5 years and you're good at it. Okay. What did you do?
I played piano for 11 years.
Piano for 11 years.
I golf for 9.
Golf for 9 years. Who else? You dance?
No, that was a dream. That was a baby.
Okay.
Younger.
What have you been doing?
Drawing since 6th grade.
Oh, drawing. Okay. A long time. Who else? Who else?
Curtis?
Curtis?
Yeah, no, I played the trumpet for 8 years.
Oh, you played trumpet for 8 years. Who else? Who else is persistence? So, Richard Branson, he's the CEO of Virgin Airlines and Virgin Rapid. Famous person. He's a self-made billionaire in UK. He says, it's foolish not becoming an expert at your passions. Okay? Find your passion and develop into your best skill, which is very important. As they say, practice makes perfect. Okay, let's read these verses together. A lack hand causes poverty, but a hand of the divine.
When you're in school, when you're growing up in life, it actually sort of matters to people.
Message is class. Obviously, Kevin hasn't done that for 10,000 hours yet. You need more practice. Okay. The second verse. Iron sharpens iron, and one person sharpens the words of another. That means, yeah, you need to practice, and you become better. Okay. What we're talking here, Ikigai, it means a perfect balance between the needs of yourself and the need of others. Okay? And you already got the treasure map and the passcode of the Ikigai. Okay? Your purpose in the world is a balance between your own needs and the need of others. So the passcode to the safe in the remote location is called Ikigai. And let's see some example of people who found their Ikigai, which is their life calling. Do you know who this person is?
Jeremy Lin.
Jeremy Lin. Okay, he said, my identity is in Christ, not basketball. So, NBA is not his ultimate goal. His goal is to honor God in front of billions of people. This is what he said. I'm not working hard and practicing day in and day out that I can please other people. My audience is God. Do you know who this is?
He's a football player.
He's a famous football player. His name is Tim Tebow. Yeah. Once was an MVP. Martin Luther King Jr. What was his famous speech?
I have a dream.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter if you're doing sport or doing public service. If you know your Ikigai, your life calling, you're going to do the right thing. You know who she is? Oprah Winfrey. She's the best talk show host for 30 years. And she says, anything you can imagine, you can create. Do you know who this person is? Nick, right? He was born without an arm and leg. And he became a painter, swimmer, skydiver, motivational speaker. Let's watch a short video clip.
When you're in school, when you're growing up in life, it actually sort of matters to people how you look. And then it matters to you because it matters to others. And the fear that we have is that we're going to be alone. That we're not good enough. And we have to change ourselves. So many people pull me down and say, Nick, you look too weird and no one's really your friend and you can't do this and you can't do that. And I couldn't change anything. It's not like just fixing my hair one day and everything's fine. I couldn't change my circumstance. I couldn't just one day wake up and say, hey, give me arms and legs, I need arms and legs. It was so hard because people put me down. And I started believing that I was not good enough. I started believing that I was a failure. That I'd never ever be somebody who people would like, people would accept. And it was so hard now. I thought to myself, I can't go on the soccer field like everybody else. And I can't ride my bike and I can't skateboard and all these sort of things. I started getting depressed. I thought, what kind of purpose do I have to live? I mean, are you just here to live to die? I mean, is there not a purpose for me? Is there not a purpose in life? And I've had questions and no answers. And I asked my mom and dad, why did this happen? I asked doctors, why did this happen? And they don't know. There are some things in life that are out of your control that you can't change and you're going to live with. The choice that we have, though, is either to give up or keep on going. I want to ask you, what are you going to believe? Are you going to believe in yourself? Are you going to believe everybody else's judgment on you? How did I get from depressed to who I am today? Because I tell you, I was depressed. When I was age 8, I used to concentrate on the things I didn't have. I wish I had arms and legs. I wish I could do this. What can I do? You see, I have a choice. I can either be angry for not having arms and legs or be thankful for my chicken drumstick. And I'm traveling around the world. It's amazing. But I had to ask myself a couple of questions. And the first question was really, who am I? Who am I? I'm Nick Voyage, but who is that? Because there's nothing good about having no limbs. But I love my life. You want to know why? Because I've seen the purpose. When you see me for the first time, many of you felt sorry for me. Do you feel sorry for me anymore? No. Why? Because you know who I am. But don't you remember I have no arms, no legs? Would you want to be my friend?
Go back. Okay. Now, after seeing this video, you know there is no reason not to pursue your life calling because you cannot say, I don't have what it takes. He doesn't have arms, he doesn't have legs. And he made it, and he's the inspiration to a lot of people. So maybe you say, I want to do it, but I'm still feeling lost. So I gave you a worksheet that you can try to work on and figure out your own ikigai. It's on page 3 in your handout. So you can take a few minutes to write down. What are you good at? What do you love? What does the world need? And what can that be paid for? Yes. You need a pen? Okay, we don't have time for you to fill out the whole worksheet. I just give you a flavor of it. Let's share with each other. If you put down anything in box 1, what are you good at? Raise your hand. Did you put down anything here? Raise your hand. Okay, Elizabeth, what did you put down?
I put reading, listening, and support, like giving support.
Okay, reading, listening,
No,
and
leading,
leading.
listening, and support.
Okay, anybody else?
Oh, talking.
Talking?
Yes.
Okay, so you can be a motivational speaker in the future, right? Or talk show host. So, box number 2, what do you love? If you have anything here, can you raise your hand? Okay, Elizabeth?
I put drawing and serving.
Okay, drawing and serving, great. Anybody else?
It's such a good ikigai.
Okay, anybody put on here? Number 3, what does the world need? Do you have any input?
Peace.
Huh?
Peace.
Peace.
Peace. Jesus.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Since I used to have difficulty figuring out, so I'll give you more clue on how to do it. Okay, the first thing is talk with someone. Okay, talk to your friend, your family, your teachers, your professors, your mentors, your counselors, your co-workers. Okay, anybody you can talk and they can give you insight into various career paths. and information that may help or guide you. Okay? And you can come to me if you need advice. I'll be happy to do it. You know what? Because like your professor or your teachers, they have a lot to offer, and they love to do it. Why? Because it feels good to help young people. So come to me if you have questions like Kevin did. Okay? The next one is try it out. Okay? You can volunteer or do some intern or job shadowing or find a paid work or not paid work to experience for yourself. Okay? Or you can get involved, like participate in a class or group to meet others and have new experience. So anybody join any club in your school? Raise your hand. Did you join any club?
I did.
You did?
There is a thing.
Okay. Okay. Next, I would like to talking about job shadowing. I will have Joshua come up and share with you guys why it's important for your career finding. Let's welcome Josh.
Yeah. Hi everyone, I'm Josh.
Hi.
As most of you guys know, I'm a college student and my major is business. And I've been interning at Vincent's company of job shadowing, him actually. He does finance, so I just follow what he does and I hear what he says and he gives me guidance and direction, exactly what this slide says. And it helps me because I'm not sure if I want to do like computer work or stuff or maybe talk to people, sales and business. But this really helped me ground and spark my interests and what I like. And I agree with this point, talk with someone, because I think the secret to success is all about relationships. For example, he opened doors for me, connected me with people that I thought I would never be able to. So talk with your professors, teachers, but remember one thing. The most important relationship is really with God. Because I believe God softened his heart to help me, and along with his goodness of his heart, but he showed favor towards me, but I believe that God somehow worked through him and helped me open doors. So just remember that point, and don't stress out. Yeah.
I would like to have Dylan come up. He was involved in Boy Scout for 6 years. He may have something to share with you guys. And he may want to thank you guys for helping him last week.
So, the past couple of years I've been doing Boy Scouts since like 5th grade. And then through that, I learned a lot about not just like life skills and like knots and all that stuff, but Boy Scouts really like taught me about like connections with people and leadership. And how it's important to be able to communicate and lead other people. And that led me up to last week when I did my Equal project along with Elizabeth, Natty, and Tommy, and Agnes was there too.
Yes.
So thank you guys all for coming and helping me out.
Thank you. And I'd like to have Agnes come up also. She's been doing a lot of voluntary work, especially last year he went on a mission in the southeast country. So let's hear what she has to share with us.
Hi, so last year I went to a mission trip to Southeast Asia, and I think I just want to share a story that kind of relates to this. I'm kind of bad at telling stories, but so like growing up, I was always like really ashamed of like being quiet and shy, and like people would always ask me like, why are you so quiet, or like, do you even talk? And then that would like really hurt me so much, and like it still affects me now. But when I was in Southeast Asia, I met this kid, kind of like he was like 12 years old, I think, and he was the pastor's son, and we went on like a little like day trip that like super talkative, like everyone was like really annoyed at him, but then I think like during the trip when we were in the car, like he was just like talking so much and like annoying everyone, but then people were like, okay, like we need to like quiet him down like a little, so then someone suggested like, why don't we play the quiet game? And then like immediately I saw him just like shut down and like, I don't know, it looked like he was about to cry, and then I was like, oh my god, like that's exactly how I felt when people told me like, why are you so quiet? And even though we were like completely opposites, like I don't know, that just really spoke to me so much how God was able to use like these opposite like traits, I guess, that we both thought were weaknesses but can actually be strengths. So yeah, I don't really know why I experienced that, but I think it just reminded me that like the things that we see are weaknesses can actually be used as strengths, and with God and with God's grace, we're reminded of who we are and what we can do through Him. So yeah, that's what I want to say.
Thank you, Anthony. And I'm sorry, Tommy's not here today, but actually he also participated, volunteered along with Maddie and Elizabeth and Agnes to help Dylan's Eco Project last weekend. And he catching every opportunity to talk, to find a mentor or life coach. Because the counselor for Dylan, his name is Mr. Kehoe. And during our lunchtime, and Tommy just asked, do you have any life advice for us, like young people? And immediately, Mr. Kehoe said, internship. Make sure you do a lot of internship in college. Because he has 2 children, 1 daughter and 1 son. The daughter, maybe you can share the story. Or you heard from Mr. Kehoe? Yeah, Mr. Kehoe, when we were having lunch? Oh. Okay. Were you there? A different zone?
Yeah.
Okay, let us still remember. It's important when you get an opportunity, ask advice from like an older person.
So what happened, like, so his name was Joe, right?
Yeah,
So
Joe.
Joe, he shared about his daughter. So his daughter is a professor at Oakland? Oh yeah, professor at Oakland. And then his son was supposed to do animation teacher, right? And he was offered animation internships, but he rejected them. He rejected them, and then so now he's working like steel work at Riverside. So he's doing something like way opposite of his major and what he like originally wanted to do. So, but then the daughter is like she took on many internships, and now she was offered so many job opportunities to work as professors in Oakland.
Yeah, age 28.
Yeah, age 28. So like the point is, like if you're offered an internship, you should take it because you may not know what's gonna happen, and you might not do what you plan to do.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Yeah, take on any internship opportunity as many as possible. And yeah, Mr. Kehoe said his son was, his major was animation in Cal State Fullerton, which is a very promising career for him. But he didn't spend time to do internship in his college years. And he ended up like cutting steel in the hot summer, like 100 degrees in the steel mill. So we should learn lessons from people who have more experience to share with us. So let's read this verse. Listen to advice and accept instruction, that you may gain wisdom for the future. Okay? So now you have your life calling at your heart. And now you need to live it. Okay? Here are 3 verses. Let's read it. Okay? In all toils, there is profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. Those who till their land will have plenty of food, but those who follow worthless pursuit have no sin. We just read this one. And whatever your task, put yourself into it, as done for the Lord and not for your masters. Okay? And also, everybody has a comfort zone. What is comfort zone? Comfort zone is where you feel safe and in control. But that doesn't give you the growth potential. You need to step out of your comfort zone into a zone of fear zone. Okay, fear zone, you're going to find excuses not to do things. You'll be afraid of other people's opinion. You don't have enough confidence in you. But you want to continue to step up, to learn. There's a learning zone. Okay? You're not afraid to deal with challenges and problems, and you acquire new skills, and you extend your horizon, and then you come to a growth zone. See, the area of the growth zone is 10 times bigger than your comfort zone. So you're going to find your purpose, you can live your dreams, and you can set new goals. So it's a beautiful thing to step out of your comfort zone, extend your horizon, and increase your capabilities. And you need to think outside of the box whenever you're doing things. Okay? So Ikigai is not only a noun, it's a verb, it's an action. Okay? To serve, to create, to delight, to nourish, to provide, to teach, to study, to blog, to play music, to play sport, to write, to sing, to connect, to heal, to build, to feed. Show me your hand if any of the words that excite you. Show me your hand. If you think, raise your hand. Any word you think you can relate it to it. Okay? Okay. What is it? Which one? Huh? Oh, to sing. How about Maddie? To sing too? How about you?
To create.
Oh, you like to create? Okay. And Josh?
Bill?
You like to build with your hands? Anybody else?
All of them.
All of them? That's great. Okay. Okay, congratulations. Okay, if you like excited about any word up on the list, because you just earned your yellow belt in Ikigai, because you know what you love to do. Okay, other people, you still have some soul searching to do. Okay. Okay. According to a survey done by Yale University regarding what makes people happy, and the result is not your look, and not your outfit, not your shoes, not your car, not your house, but the time that they call it time affluence. That means you have time to spend with your friends and family, or your pets. Okay? And you get to use your gift God gave you, and you also gain rewards from other people. So this is a simple equation, but it's difficult. Okay, so you can do it over and over again, and you will be so much richer because yeah, you're going to be happy because you're doing it. And your meaningful life is not a destination from far, okay, in the future. Your meaningful life is something you can enjoy, okay, right now. And every time you have a little bit of joy every day is going to add up to a lifetime of joy. Okay? When you finally spend time to get to know what you love, what you're good at, and what people need, and you will find your own ikigai. Okay? And then you will earn your ikigai black belt sooner or later. And your meaningful life is going to need a lot of work, no doubt about it. But it's worth it. Okay? Now you already have the treasure map, okay, to show you how. So I invite you to try your Christian ikigai from today. Thank you. Okay, let's bow and pray. Okay? Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this opportunity to learn your word. Help us to find our life calling and live it, not only for ourselves, but for others. Allow us to find many opportunities and blessing along the way to glorify your name. Our time to live your calling begins today. In Jesus' name, amen.